Oh, that one's having a good little scratch on that tree. I think many of the trees here are used as rubbing posts for the elephants. And some others coming out now also with some babies. And PB and Jan, you want to know how many kilometers is the Botswana waterhole from the Djuma Dam? So I actually just looked this up because I knew it was far. We on sort of the eastern side, far side of South Africa, and Ahinapan in Botswana is quite far up north in the Chobe area, northern Botswana. So I knew it would be quite far away. And it is probably, this isn't sort of as the crow flies, but it's 1,355 kilometers to drive from where I am right now, which is basically at Djuma Dam, to Hahinapan in Botswana. Maybe as the crow flies, 1,200 kilometers if you just go straight from one to the other. And in South Africa, we are used to driving distance, I must say. 1,350 kilometers is long. That's probably maybe 800 miles, maybe just less than that. We have quite a large country, and often one drives many hours to get from one sort of part of the country to the other. But it is a long way away. Well, that was wonderful to see these beautiful colors. Looks like a variation of a familiar bird that we see in southern Africa, but of course, East Africa has its own species. Some are the same, like the Jameson's firefinch we also get down here. So I believe that bird that we saw there it was indeed a white-browed sparrow weaver. I thought so, with those very clear white brows on top of the head. So nice to know that it is the same. Phoebe and Jan, and you want to know what are the red birds? Those are firefinches. And I believe this particular species is the Jamison's firefinch. Based just on what I could gather, can't see all the fine details, but it did look like they had definitely had grey beaks. And then the other thing that I saw was so the male has the bright red coloration, the female is more grey with just a little bit of red around the face. But on that male, I also saw, oh, they're the sparrow weaver nests. Well, that answers my question. Always helpful to gain extra information. So that bird with those white brows that we saw come down in the white throat, I thought looked like a sparrow weaver, but I was able to confirm it was white browed. The same species we also see in South Africa, actually. And those are their nests. I can recognize them straight away because I see them all the time at Mountain Zebra National Park, where I love to go and spend time in South Africa. Anyway, back to the firefinches. That male Jamison's firefinch is much redder than the African firefinch, which is the only other firefinch species that we see in this area that has the grey. Oh, well, there you go. So the sparrow weavers, you can see their nests are a little bit more messy and not quite as neat as the yellow weavers that we see, the sort of the lesser mast and village and southern mast weavers that really make neat nests. Let's head over for some more elephants at Tembe. Lovely and sunny here in northern KZN today. Darkwing Lover, you'd like to know how many miles it is to Amakhala from Djuma. You know what? I just checked and I had a feeling that this may be the case. But it's almost exactly the same as Ahina Pan from Djuma. Um, Maybe 30 kilometers more, which is also about 800 miles. So that is how far. Probably though in a direct line it's a little bit less because the way the road network works in South Africa, you have to drive sort of inland first and then down and then so it's not, you don't really have a direct route cutting. Ellie, hi. You are asking on behalf of your great uncle why there are never parrots sighted on the South African camera. Well, there are parrots that we get in these different areas. Jumadan Cam, here where we are based, I think we have seen the brown-headed parrot before on the camera. That is the species of parrot that we find here in the Lowveld. But different areas would possibly have different parrots. In South Africa, we don't have that many species of parrots, and that is why they are a little bit, I suppose, less common. They don't have a large variety. They're not a super common bird. Brown-headed parrots, though, are commonly seen in the Lowveld. The other species are Meyer's parrot, which is seen a little bit further up north, and they're very small as well. Birds in general to be able to see on the cameras can be tricky, and they're not often birds that we see coming down to drink. And I think that is the key for this show, why we don't see parrots so much, even though they do occur in the areas where our cameras are. Just because I think they eat a lot of fruit and things like that, and a lot of the moisture that they need is actually from their diet. Hence, us not necessarily seeing them pop down to the water like firefinches and waxbills and starlings and things like that that we see quite commonly. But if I hear a parrot calling at all, I will definitely point it out next time. Now some white-faced whistling ducks there. Well, it's nice to see an impala around. We went through a stage where there were so many here, but as these lambs are getting bigger and bigger, it does look like the female has quite a large belly. I don't know if it's just me, maybe still slightly swollen. Sometimes we have them have a lamb abnormally late, which is always a possibility, I suppose. One that just fell pregnant much later than the others. Would be sort of a month, or more than a month after the others. Oh, well, apparently there is a wildebeest at town, so I think let's head over there. I just also wanted to come back to this beautiful scene because the colors are so awesome. And how many Egyptian goose are there? Goodness gracious. I'm also surprised how quiet these Egyptian goose are. Usually, when there's a group like this, we have males fighting or trying to impress females and can get a bit rowdy. fuller, it is so lush here. You actually cannot believe that it does disappear so quickly in the coming months, depending on the amount of water that the rain that falls. But it does seem to overnight sometimes the greenery just disappears, and sort of by end of March, April again, we'll be looking at a very different view, but we will enjoy it while it is here. Spas, I agree. It is a fantastic spot to finish off the waterhole show today. It's so nice to scan around, and like I say, keep our eyes open for any special birdies that may have arrived with the rains. Well, it has been a fantastic show, everyone. Oh, a beautiful horseback to finish off with. That's lovely. And thank you for everyone who sent through comments and questions today. It is so appreciated. It's lovely to chat to you all. And it's a pleasure, Dark Mane Lover. I'm glad that you enjoyed the show. And we've had some wonderful sightings and plenty of time with elephants. Show will be back tomorrow, and I'll be back with you for it. I'm looking forward to that. Remember, we'll be live again this afternoon at 4 p.m. with a sunset safari. But until then, I wish you all a pleasant day or evening ahead, depending where you are in the world, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye for now.